Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd cover the basics of putting your hair up into a wig cap. Now in case you have not seen, I have too much hair. It goes all the way down to my butt and it's thick, which means it's very hard to get into most wigs. But I've played a lot with the different techniques and stuff and have figured out 3 different ways that I can get my hair into wigs and make it look nice, not too bumpy, and not falling out or shifting. So first you're going to need some items. The first item you're going to need is a wig cap. I prefer these netted ones because it's easier to weave my hairpins through when I'm putting the wig on. I also prefer to have a hole in the top, and you'll see why in just a minute. You can cut this yourself from a regular wig cap. Next item you're going to need are hairpins, bobby pins. I have them in an assortment of colors. It just depends on the color of the wig that I'm using. As you can also spray paint them or nail polish them to be any color to fit, you know, those odd colored wigs. Lastly, you're going to need hairpins. So these are open mouth U-shaped hairpins, different from bobby pins, and these are what's going to help anchor the wig to your head. These are vitally important. I use these every day, which is why I'm kind of running out of them, but I love these guys. Make sure that you get the ones that have the little plastic ball on the end. Otherwise, if it's just a flat, sharp end, it's going to like scratch your head, break your hair, pull and tug, and it's just not comfortable. So invest in ones that have the little safety ball on the end. Lastly, you're going to need a brush, a comb, whatever you prefer to put your hair up with. This first method I use when I have wigs that I know fit my head very well, that aren't going to slip or pull or anything like that. And all I do is I take a wig cap, and the color wig cap that you use will depend on the color wig that you have. So if you're using a light colored wig, use a light colored wig cap. If you're using a dark colored wig, use a dark wig cap. And this method is super easy. You just put it over your head, like so. Pull your hair out, push your bangs back, slip the band around your head right at the edge of your hairline, slip the netting back, and then you're going to take all your hair and just kind of loosely wrap it around your head and put it in the net. So now what you can do is you can work your hair out flatter. That way it'll lay very nice. So alrighty, that's pretty flat. As you saw, I took this little tail, and if you have heavy hair like me, you can take some bobby pins for extra security and pin this flap up into your head. And then just take a couple extra bobby pins and place them around your head. And what that's going to do is just make sure that the hair stays in place and doesn't fall to the bottom of your wig cap. Lastly, you're going to need some alligator snap clips. These are going to be used to hold the wig cap to your head. So now take the alligator snap clips, and I like to put them right at the temples, tucking all those baby hairs in. And this helps keep the wig cap exactly where you need it. Mine has a tendency to slip back, so I'll put 2 here, and then if I have one more, I'll put it here. So now your wig is ready to be put on. Some people go front to back, some people go back to front. All depends on your preference. So here I'm taking my lace front from Arda Wigs and just slipping it on. You want to make sure that the ear tabs are lined up. I don't know how well you can see them, especially since they have a lace front, but it needs to go right above your ears. Then just go along the back of the hairline, tucking the hair in. Pull it down along the back. Here you might be able to see I have my wig cap sticking out. So I just pull the bottom edge of the wig, push it up in, and good to go. There we go. All right, so this wig fits my head very well. So I'm only going to use a couple hairpins to keep it on. The trick with hairpins is to weave it. So split your hair. I generally do one on each temple, but you can crisscross them too. And go find a spot in the wig where you can feel a weft and a piece of the elastic. Go towards your face, flip it around, and then away from your face. And that's really gonna lock it in so it doesn't move. Then you can do it on the other side, you can do it along the back of the neck. I'm gonna do one more right here just to show you again. Find a bit of the elastic and the wefts and go towards the face, away from the face, and push it in. And it's all good to go. You can also take some bobby pins and pin it back or do whatever you like. Sometimes I'll take a bobby pin and pin the sideburns at the back right along my hairline. Sometimes I'll split a bit of the sideburn like that and pin it straight up. That way it hides it and I always have a bit of that hair covering my sideburns. But yeah, that's how I put on my nice fitting wigs. Alright, so for this next style, I like to use this when I have wigs that fit pretty well, but I know I'm going to need a little more grab for the pins to hold the wig on. So all you're going to do is split your hair down the center. Make sure it's pretty even. Push all your hair behind your ear. And you're going to start off with a tight pigtail braid right at the base. That way it's all gathered pretty tight. And your wig has something to hold on to. So nice and tight. And then once you've done a couple braids, get it real loose. Don't stress it at all. Because if you have too tight of braids, when you go to pin it to your head, which I'll show you in a second, it's going to be lumpy and bumpy, so you want to be able to smooth it out very well. And you're going to want to take some clear elastic hair ties, which I don't think I mentioned in the materials, and just tie it off. You don't want to use hair elastics, like hair bands, because that'll be lumpy and bumpy and you'll see it. Alright, now your hair should be braided. So the reason you want to spiral your braids along the back of your head is because it'll look more like volume at the back of your head, whereas if you put it at the top, then your head will get like lumpy and bumpy and there'll be volume where there really shouldn't be, and it's just weird. Unless you are trying to get extra height on the top of your head, then you should spiral your braids at the back of your head. So now take your wig cap. I'm going to use a dark one this time. And put it around your head. So you can do it just like before, like I showed you, placing the pins at the temples, a couple along the top, along the back, and then some bobby pins to hold the temples down, and wherever else you need some extra styling help. So that is our second method. Alright, so this last method I use for wigs that I know are too small for my head, but I need to wear them anyways. I also use this for wigs that are very heavy, like my Cinderella wig, or really any updo where I know I'm going to have a lot of weight that's going to want to pull the wig back and expose my hairline. So for this method, you want to get your hair very flat, and to do that, we're going to split our hair into 3 braids. First, you're going to braid a left piece, then you're going to braid the right piece, and then you want to have a back piece. Splitting it up like this will allow us to really evenly distribute all of the hair. So try and get them fairly equal. Maybe a little more at the back. The back one, we're just going to smooth down the back and braid it. You're going to want to start up at the top. We're going to French braid it, which can be a little difficult, but even if it's sloppy or a little loose, it'll still be good to hold the hair in. So you're going to start with 3 sections, cross the outside in, just like a regular braid. But then the next time you go to cross the outer piece in, you're going to pick up just a little bit of hair and add it to it. Pull it tight. Cross the outside in and add some hair. Keep going like that. So, try and detangle your hair too as you go. If you need, you can use a comb or a brush. So this outside piece is crossed in. I'm gonna go underneath here and pull it in. Just like the last method, we're going to wrap our hair around the back of our head, getting it as flat as possible. You can massage the braids to be a little thinner too if you need. Now that that's done, I'm actually going to use 2 wig caps. That way it's extra tight and I know it's going to be all smooth and nice. So I have 2 different colors, which means I'm going to put the darkest one on the bottom because my wig is white colored. And then put the lighter one on top. Then we're going to take our alligator clips, really tuck our baby hairs in, and clip her down. Nice thing too is you can use these as an anchor to pin against, so you can go underneath the alligator clip with the hairpin. Here's just a really low quality Party City wig. Start with the back, hook that under, bring that forward, line up the ear tabs, and pull the bottom back. See, if I didn't do this, then my hair at the bottom, if I didn't do this method, my hair at the bottom would be sticking out. This wig would not line up with my hairline. It doesn't completely, but because there's bangs, I can get away with it. It's not terrible. This wig I know has a tendency to slip back, so if I'm gonna wear it for a long time, I'm gonna put lots of pins in it. Especially with like my Cinderella wig, where it's really heavy, pin that thing to death because it will want to slip back. I'm not gonna show you pinning again, I think we get the gist. But for bangs like these, where they're gonna want to part, and if your hairline shows, one good thing to do is to separate a top layer of the bangs from the bottom. Make sure that the point of the bobby pin that juts out is facing towards your skin, not pointing up, otherwise it ruins this part. So go underneath the wig cap and then fix the bobby pin so it lays directly across just the hairline of the wig and holds these bottom layers down. That's going to make sure that there's always something covering your hairline. Then brush the top layer of the bangs over, and then you can even spray it with a little hairspray, and that's going to make sure your hairline does not get exposed. I hope that helped. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything I forgot to cover as far as putting your hair up into wigs. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. Remember, cosplay is all about having fun, and I will see you next week. Bye! Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd share with you some of my favorite places and ways to buy wigs for cosplay.